Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we are out in Lee's Summit, Missouri. We're about to make our way back into Kansas City. We're going to make a stop at CVS, and our final destination is the research hospital there in Kansas City. Pretty short drive, but Lee's Summit is a pretty little town, and then we might hit some of that city traffic kind of heading back into the Kansas City area. So we are in a 2023 Tesla Model X running FSD 13.2.8. We're going to start FSD from park. We are currently parallel parked on this lovely street here in Lee Summit, Missouri. So with that, let's get on the road. Creek. So what it's probably going to do is pull forward a little bit and then back up and then monkey its way around this trailblazer in front of us here. We don't have anybody coming behind us, so we should be doing something here soon. It says object and path. What I've noticed is that it'll pick up that curb or some curb-like object, and it really interferes with its ability sometimes. So I don't know if it's because we're too close to the curb. I might just give it a little accelerator to give it, there we go, just a little touch of confidence. And we navigated around that trailblazer just fine. So we're going to take a right here on Green Street, and we'll be on our way. Speed limit is 25 miles per hour, so we will probably just crawl along here for a little bit. What a picturesque little street this is here. I feel like there should be a film crew. So a little town driving here. We've got a few stop signs to make our way through. This route's going to take us through a busy little roundabout. It's always fun to see how FSD handles that situation. Slowing down slightly for the railroad tracks, nice. I came across an intersection in Kansas City earlier today. I wasn't filming. I'm probably going to go back out and hit it with the camera again. The intersection was really weird. Like, I don't know that I still have it resolved in my head. I don't think Tesla, I don't think the FSD handled it. Like, I'm still confused. So we'll make a run by there one of the days that we're in Kansas City and see if we can't talk a little bit about it on video. It was really weird. I don't know that I've ever seen an intersection like that before. All right, pulling out onto Jefferson. We've got a 3-minute drive over to the CVS. I won't be there long. I'm going to pick up some candy bars for a special someone. Neat little town, Lee Summit. I've heard of it before. I've never been here. Should make pretty light work of this roundabout. We're on the inside lane. We're taking the first exit out of it. So all we need to do is make sure there's no cars. There are not any. So really simple, simple job for FSD there. Two-way traffic on this frontage road. That's a scenario that FSD is not used to in Texas. This is also one of the first times that I programmed multiple stops into the navigation. And you can see that it continues on here after we finish at CVS, which is really cool. So if you had a bunch of things that you needed to go do, you could just plug them all into your nav, and, well, you know, FSD is going to take you around to your different destinations. I remember when I was a little kid, before, you know, online bill pay and all of these things, when it came time to pay the different bills, you know, the water bill, the electric bill, this bill, that bill, my mother would have to drive around to all of these different municipalities and places to pay these bills. And it was a thing. Like, she would be like, hey, we got to go pay bills. And I'd get in the back of this Chevrolet Corsica, and we would just ride all over town, stopping in all these different places. And she'd go in, and I don't know if she wrote a check or paid cash or whatever the situation was. That's the coolest CVS I've ever seen in my life. Look at this thing, will you please? How nice is that? All right, let's see if FSD is going to do any kind of parking for us here. Still a big gap between FSD and AutoPark, which is just unfortunate. I feel like that's an easy thing to tie in. But hey, I'm not on the Tesla development team, so yeah, I think it's just gonna sit here, and I've got traffic, so I will take it and manually park. I'm gonna back in so that you can see this CVS. It looks pretty cool. Most CVSs look pretty much the same, but this one's cool. It's big, and it's got this like farm style to it. It's cool. You'll see it here in a second. Nice job. Very good. Perfectly parked between the lines. Makes me happy. All right, let me run in here and get these candy bars, and then we will continue our trip. We'll be right back. All right, so that was a total fail. So the ask was for a Three Musketeers, and like they have everything except a Three Musketeers. So I think I'm just going to add a stop to some random gas station. Yes, we still need to go to a gas station. Let's find one on the route. Wow. Let's go to QuickTrip. QuickTrip's going to have it. QuickTrip will have it. So we're going to go to QuickTrip. We're going to score these Three Musketeers, and then we're going to head back over to research. And away we go. Little hesitation there on the turn. A little jerky jerk. Tight squeeze. We should be able to make this. We can make it. You got this. Good deal. All right, coming back down onto the frontage road. A little bit of a steep grade. No traffic. Oh, man. And we've got it. Yeah, there's the QuickTrip right across the street there. So we'll pop in there and see if we can't find this Three Musketeers that we're in search of. And then we'll get back out on the road. Looks like research is 6:12 p.m. arrival time. Not too terribly far. So this will be a pretty short video. That doesn't include the time that I'm going to spend in QuickTrip there. Again, I struggle with this, Tesla. Maybe just a kind of pronounced drop down there would be helpful for people like me, I guess. All right, moving into the turning lane here. A little bit of traffic, not much. Should yield. We do indeed. F-150 pulling out, no problem. Plenty of room to squeeze in here. And I don't know, maybe we've given it another shot to park. Sometimes it does okay in situations like this where the destination is right there next to the park line. So FSD might whip in there for us. Let's see what happens here. It's going to try. And it's gonna fail, right? I think we're pulling into a handicap spot here, and quite ugly also. So, are we done? Oh, we're just gonna pull. Oh, there was a pedestrian. Fair enough, but we've parked right over the center line, and FSD is gonna call it done. So I'm gonna have to move it, and that's just disappointing. And I mean that really in the best way possible, because my God, this technology is amazing. But with all of the amazing things it does, FSD, AutoPark is amazing. What is the gap? Why is there a gap there? Why can't we make these two things work together? I don't know. I don't know. The good news is, though, at some point in time, there will be an update, and it will work like you would expect it to work. So that's the other really great thing about Tesla is if it's not working the way you want it to work now, well, it certainly will. So we'll park right here. Let me run in there and do what I got to do, and we'll get back out on the road here momentarily. All right, success. We scored the 3 Musketeers. And with that, let's get back on the road. All right, a little warning on traffic that is there, and they yielded. Thank you for that. It was very nice of you. I'll give you a friendly wave. Have a nice day. Making our way through the parking lot. Very nice. Very nice. Clear on the left. We were clear on the left. A little bit of hesitation there. So we will wait for the traffic. All right, clear, and we go. So we've got an 18-minute drive ahead of us here. 14 miles into Kansas City. Hop it up on 50 West. We've got a yield sign and a green light, so we're good. We are in standard mode. And maybe I just leave it there for a little experimenting. Speed limit 60. What is our max? We are at 85. I lied, let's go hurry. So hurry immediately throws us in the fast lane. FSD wants to go, go, go. And I am all aboard. We did a video recently. We took a road trip from Denton, Texas, up to Kansas City, and we're still new to this. I'm still new to this, so I'm playing around with different settings. I was listening to some of the audio, and the road noise is pretty loud on the microphone. I'd say louder than what I experience in the cabin. So I went through and I adjusted some of the decibel on the gain settings on the Ceremonic mic, as well as the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. So I'm hoping that the audio is cleaner for you. Would appreciate your feedback. All right, we're going to exit here, 470 towards Wichita. A little loop-de-loop. Speed limit decreasing to 25 miles per hour. We have lead cars to follow, so we're going to do whatever they do, speed-wise. Let me give you a little camera view here so you can see what's going on in the world around me. 74 is a little warm. We'll bump that back down to 73. Traffic on the left. and we appear to be clear. FSD agrees, and we maneuver over nicely. Working to get in the fast lane, but the Ford Edge here is in more of a hurry than we are. So we'll let them pass, and then we'll be on our merry way. I think that was an Audi R8 on the other side of the highway. Those are pretty cars. Although I am firmly in my seat of self-driving cars, so if the car can't drive itself, I am not interested. Got a Tesla Model Y up here in the slow lane we'll be passing. I always like to look and see if there are other Tesla drivers that are taking advantage of full self-driving. If they are, they're in chill mode. And they are not. They are choosing to drive their Tesla. Which, for what it's worth, is insanely fun. I don't mind driving it. It's quite a fun experience. The acceleration is unreal. And this is the non-plaid version. I can't even imagine what the plaid version's like. Horsepower on this one comes in just north of 600. And on the plaid, I believe it's a little over 1,000. So there's that. Pretty light traffic coming into the Kansas City area tonight. moving around the highway nicely. So this is a thing with maps that, regardless of the map platform, confuses me. So it's telling me in 0.1 miles, 500 feet, I should exit left. There's a left exit. And so like I'm wanting to take that, and now it's kind of transitioned to the right. Like those are the kind of things that I don't have to think about anymore. It's just a non-issue. FSD will make a mistake from time to time, but on my day-to-day driving, I no longer have to worry about those kinds of things. Is that my exit? Do I need to get over? Oh, it's not an exit. I don't know what the map was doing. Like all of those mental processes are off my plate now. Making our way over for an exit here. That's interesting. Thought about overtaking the Mazda, decided not to, had to slow down to get behind the Mazda. The FSD likes to wait. It likes to wait until the last second to take those exits. And I tend to let it do it. You know, it hasn't really been a problem for me. And it's funny to compare that to the way that I drive, where I get over like 3 miles before the exit. So this is interesting. I wasn't really paying attention. I wonder if we are doing a turnaround here because maybe we were supposed to take that exit on the left. Yep, I think so. I think that's what happened. I think it missed that exit. So it should have taken that left exit, and FSD did not. And so that's what a missed exit looks like. You know, it'll reroute, take the next exit, and make its way back over. See how far it goes over here. I'm down to watch it. Like the whole purpose of this is to experiment. I feel like we should be exiting here on the right. We'll just let it go. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll just drive in circles all night. I don't know. Nope, it's correct. So I'm confused. I don't know the area. I don't feel like the left exit would be doing what this is doing. So I don't know. I don't know the highway structure here in the Kansas City area. Maybe it wasn't a missed exit. I don't know. Because left would have taken us off in that direction. But that can't be the correct flow of traffic. So if we came from here, maybe we missed an exit on the right. I don't know. I'll check the tape and see what I can see. Yeah, see, pretty aggressive lane crossing there to get over for this exit in time. I feel like if traffic would have been stacked, we would have missed another exit there. I don't know. I have said this before, I do think that it makes more mistakes like that when it's in hurry mode. Let's play around with standard. Let's just see. We've still got our max set at 85. Let's see how FSD behaves on the highway in standard mode. Happy to see that it still likes to get in the fast lane to move around slower moving traffic. That's good. We are traveling at 71 miles per hour in a posted 65 mile per hour zone. So I'm happy with that. Traffic approaching aggressively from the rear. Not sure if we got over to pass this car or to get out of the way of the one behind us. In any case, I feel like it's the right decision. Some police activity over on the other side. Coming up on our Meyer Boulevard exit here in about 0.8 miles. So if I'm driving, I'm already getting into the Meyer Boulevard exit. But it looks like both lanes go that way, and we will be taking a left. So FSD made the right decision there. Both of these are turn lanes, and it looks like we've got a pretty quick right here after we make this left turn. So FSD correctly stays in the far right turning lane. We'll see how it handles this turn up here. I've seen it kind of cross over that line in the past. It doesn't look like as of right now we have any traffic in that left lane. We do now. So this will be a good test here. My expectation is that it stays in its lane. flawlessly stays in its lane. Tight brick wall there. And just another picturesque street here in front of us. A tree canopy there over the road. Nice acceleration off the line. And we're going to turn into the parking lot of Research. You can see on the map here that it wants to dump us at the front door. So as soon as the yoke straightens out, I will take the wheel here. And let's go here and see if we can find a happy spot. Let's see here. Maybe not. Maybe not. Fishing for a spot. Nothing. So we'll whip around to the left and look on the other side of the parking lot, where we will let AutoPark do its thing. Maserati coming in here. I don't know why you're stopping. I'm going to the left. Yes. Very good, sir. Very good. Wow, there's a lot of cars moving around in here. Maserati takes that spot, but I'm going to go across the... Oh, no. There's plenty. There's plenty of things happening here. We have lots of options. Does the Mercedes takes it. Let's see if we can put it here between the Chevy and the Ford. I like that. I like what I'm seeing. We'll take this one right here. So AutoPark has it, and if you pay attention here, it does a really fine job. It usually parks pretty perfectly. Sometimes it requires some micro adjustments, which is fine, but typically it lines it up perfectly in the parking spot, and I always have enough room between the two vehicles that I'm parking between. It still just blows my mind that there's not a connection between FSD and AutoPark. I feel like when it's in FSD and we're going through a parking lot, A, it should probably just pick it itself and park. B, give me the option to interact with it like it does when we're in AutoPark. But there's no ability to do that when you're in FSD. You cannot interact with AutoPark. So that's just a kind of a gap right now, I think. In any case, that's going to conclude our journey over to Research Hospital in Kansas City. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one.